Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, feel free to stick around and welcome to the family. If you're returning, welcome back. Today's video is about the Mary Rose in Margate, Kent. The Mary Rose was based at Dreamland Margate. Dreamland Margate is an amusement park and entertainment centre. It's based on traditional English seaside fun fairs and it's located in Margate, Kent. In 2005, Dreamland Margate closed. The Margate Town Centre Regeneration Company, also known as MTCRC, which had shareholders including Mr. Godden, bought the park for £20 million. Dreamland was then closed to the public, and all of the rides, aside from the scenic railway, were removed. The park was considered to be the oldest surviving amusement park in Great Britain. The site of Dreamland, as it was renamed in 1920, dates back to the British railway boom in the early 1870s. Originally, Dreamland was called Hall by the Sea, and it was operated by a famous circus person known as Lord George Sanger. It is surprisingly difficult to find any information about the Mary Rose online. However, the 85-foot attraction was one of the only rides at Dreamland that actually turned you fully upside down. The ride was meant to look like a pirate ship, which they executed exquisitely. Just to add a little bit of context for the next part that I'm going to say, usually boat rides have tyres underneath the boat themselves, and that's what helps them swing back and forth. It's the most traditional way and the most used way from manufacturers all across the world. However, the Mary Rose didn't use the traditional way with the tyres. The Mary Rose didn't use the traditional tyre method that a lot of manufacturers use, as I've just said. The Mary Rose used a huge, powerful motor which was placed at the top of the central arm. Of course, this was at the very, very tip of the ride, but it allowed it to have a more powerful swing, and I guess it just helped overall performance. Using the method with the big, powerful motor is quite a rare find these days. Not many boat rides or manufacturers include them. Of course, some boat rides do have a motor, but they're usually accompanied by the tyres underneath the boat. As the ride picked up momentum, it turned a full 360 degrees before it did the same in reverse, enough to make those with the sturdiest of stomachs feel a little bit queasy. The ride was insanely popular, and it even appeared on TV. Dreamland provided a backdrop for part of the Only Fools and Horses Christmas special, The Jolly Boys Outing. After the TV appearance, Dreamland experienced a massive boom in popularity. This was later referred to as the park's golden era. It is pretty hard to find any information on why the Mary Rose actually closed online. We can only really assume that the Mary Rose, among other rides, was closed or relocated because obviously the park began to struggle and was later closed. A video surfaced of the Mary Rose in action in its golden era, and I found an article online which reads, commenting on the nostalgic video, YouTube commenter says, I remember you would hear people's unsecured belongings crashing to the ground as the ride went upside down. I also remember when the pad which compressed your stomach to hold you in came away from my stomach when I was upside down, which meant I had to hold on to the ceiling bars or fall. Thinking back, I really should have said something to the operator. It's quite an uneasy statement, isn't it? Because clearly there were some safety concerns regarding the ride and its restraints. From everything that I could find on the Mary Rose, the restraints, to my knowledge, were just simple over-the-lap bars. obviously there was a big metal cage that went over the top of the heads of all of the riders to keep them in the boat. This does make me think, was the ride actually closed because of safety concerns, or was it just because of the failing park? It's unclear, and it's definitely up for a debate. But anyway, after the ride closed, it was later shipped off to Lightwater Valley. It was renamed the Black Pearl, and it stayed there for numerous years. From what I can find, it is now standing but not operating, and it's been like that for a while. Unfortunately, that's all of the information that I can really find on it. Growing up, I used to hear a lot from my mum, stories about the Mary Rose, as that's where we grew up. I know from experience that the Black Pearl, which, started life as the Mary Rose, was an amazing ride for thrill seekers, but it was a little more tame than some of the usual rides. If anyone has any more information on Dreamland Margate or the Mary Rose specifically, please do let me know. Drop it in the comments, tag me in any videos, I don't mind. I am really curious about this ride, because the history is really, really, hidden. This was more of a chit chat kind of video, more than a normal informative kind of video. I think that was basically literally just because the information is few and far between on the Mary Rose. But either way, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you next time.